Angus, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing? How are you keeping up with all of this craziness that the world is going through right now?
Yeah, we're doing well. Just doing the same as everyone else, trying to make the best of a very difficult and challenging situation, but following the advice, staying at home, and our players are very much doing the same because that's the only way this is going to end soon.
Absolutely. And what's been the latest update that we've heard just about the season? When can we expect to see York9 back on the field?
So in conjunction with all of the other owners with the league and the league head office, the commissioner, we've been having very regular calls monitoring the situation on a daily basis, really. And we're just a small part of this in sport. So we're taking best advice from government and health professionals and ultimately following the same advice as everyone else. It's not a sporting issue. It's not a football issue. It's let's get countries, let's get nations back up and running and people safe again.
Absolutely. And how are you guys keeping your players safe? Is there social distancing? Is there any preseason training going on? Or what guidelines are they being asked to follow right now?
So when the situation actually escalated, our team were in Orlando, Florida, on their preseason camp with brilliant help from the Baldassarre family, our owners. We actually flew the guys back at considerable expense, took them back early because it was the right thing to do to get them back in country into Canada. And so once they came back, they've all been self-isolating in their own homes. And they have their own fitness program. But as a part of that, we also monitor things through Conduct, an app that the players have on their phones. And we monitor things through the season, like their sleep, their general muscle soreness, tiredness. And our head of fitness and rehab, Kieran, has repurposed that. And we actually have a COVID-19 questionnaire that goes out to the guys every day. So we're tracking any possible symptoms. So guys taking temperature, coughs, body aches, soreness, coughing, sneezing, all of that goes into the monitoring. And so we're building a record and evidence of sort of the players being safe, healthy, and doing the right things in isolation.
And you did mention bringing the players back from Orlando, but there have been quite a few international signings that York9 FC announced. Was there any difficulties or issues bringing those players back to Canada?
So Gabriel Vasconcelos returned with the team. He actually returned through Winnipeg to complete his immigration process and receive his work permit. Fugo Sagawa and Wata, who was with the club last year, both from Japan, and actually had been in Canada pre-heading down to Orlando, so are in the country. But we do have a couple of players who returned home from Orlando, in Adrian Ugarizi and Brian Lopez to Peru and Peru and Argentina, respectively. And that was just important. The way the situation was, we didn't have the time, the extended period, but we would have in Florida to do the final stages of their visa process. But it was the right thing to do to move guys back home, and they will see things out there and rejoin the team when the time is correct. Equally, Yako, who was announced and signed slightly later, is still in Brazil awaiting his work permit, and Nicholas Hamilton is in Jamaica doing the same.
Of course, and we have been following along. Of course, we've seen there's been a lot of fun social media challenges. There's been players on Twitch. What are some of the initiatives that York9 is doing to kind of keep their fans engaged?
Yeah, so we're very much just having a bit of fun with the players, really, and the players are having a bit of fun with us because they're doing it tough like everyone is, cooped up inside and following guidelines. So a few of the boys have been on the stay-at-home challenge and playing keepy-uppies with toilet roll. Some of the guys have got a game of FIFA going, and we've sort of publicised the bracket of that yesterday. And just generally, our guys are on a WhatsApp group, staying in contact. There's a great spirit amongst the squad and very high standards as well. Everything on their medical questionnaire and everything there, the guys take it very, very seriously. And if deadlines aren't met on getting that in by noon each day, they're fined. And that's the kind of standards and behaviour that hopefully breeds great culture and will win us a championship later on in the year.
Absolutely, and that is the end goal. But for now, what do you think York 9 can do for the community right now that has been supporting it, of course, and is going to start to struggle?
Yeah, it's tough for everyone, and we really appreciate the support of all of the individual season ticket holders, season members, and the businesses that have supported us. So if there are businesses, if there are season members that are independent contractors that do have special services that they offer, we want to hear from you, and we'd love to amplify your message during this time to try and help drive traction and awareness for your business. That's as much as we can do in this time, and we would love to do more, but again, follow the advice of the real professionals in charge, and that is government and public health officials.
Of course. And I mean, soccer has such a habit of bringing people together. It creates such a community. And being at a time where there are no sports, it is hard for a lot of our viewers, for a lot of the York 9 fans. Is there a message you have or something that you want to share with Canadians through this platform?
Yeah, absolutely. We're a club, and the new mission is about making memories, memories that are based on joy, purity, and just that amazing feeling that sport and particularly football can bring. So listen to everything, all of the advice we're being given, follow what the government are saying, and we look forward to making memories with you very, very soon when this is all over. It will break. We will get through it all if we stay together and we follow the correct advice, follow the social distancing protocols, and we can't wait for those memories to be made at York9 Stadium and with York 9 this season.
Absolutely, and we can't wait for the season to start either. Angus, thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem at all. See you soon.
See you.